who can't afford a car, or D, homelessness is when you're single and don't have a job. Raise your hand if you think A is correct. Raise your hand if you think B is correct. Raise your hand if you think C is correct. Raise your hand if you think D is correct. Okay, the second question is, what do you think the main causes of homelessness are? A, job loss and lack of affordable housing. B, lack of education. C, substance use and mental illness. Or D, all of the above. Raise your hand for A. Raise your hand for B. Raise your hand for C. Raise your hand for D. Okay. What do you think the minimum wage per hour is in Illinois? A, $20.10 an hour. B, $10.65 an hour. C, $8.25 an hour. Or D, $4.50 an hour. You think the correct answer is A? Raise your hand. You think the correct answer is B? Raise your hand. If you think the correct answer is C, raise your hand. If you think the correct answer is D, raise your hand.
Where do you think people go if they are homeless? A, they stay at their friends or family member's house. B, they stay on the street. C, they stay in shelters. Or D, all of the above. Raise your hand if you think A is the right answer. Raise your hand if you think B is the right answer. Raise your hand if you think C is the right answer. Raise your hand if you think D is the right answer.
For the next set of questions, talk to the people around you and discuss what, and then we'll ask you what you discussed.
First question is, if you were homeless at your current age, how would it affect you?
Can you say a little bit louder?
If you were homeless at your current age, how would it affect you?
That's the question to discuss.
Okay. Would anyone like to tell us the answer for the first question? There are many reasons why people fall into poverty or become homeless. The most common reasons include lack of affordable housing, job loss, lack of education, substance abuse, and mental illness. Before we go more in depth, we would like you to participate in a simulation. The simulation is about being in financial trouble. You start out with $1,000 and have to get through the no by choosing the best option for the different situations you encounter.
You guys will get into groups of like 3 to 4, and you guys can play the game together.
On the computer that we have. When you play the simulation, you'll be given a situation and you'll be given 2 or 3 different choices to pick, and then you'll be given a new situation based on the answer you gave before. In the bottom left-hand corner, when you start the game, there are 3 little buttons and it says need cash, and you can choose out of the 3. So press that button that says we don't have really many computers that are working at the moment, so just get this computer. What? Yeah, I'll give you the website. Please.
Is that one working?
Do you guys have another one who has problems? I think I can help you. Behind the
It's okay.
It's not working. That's why I didn't.
Oh, sorry.
Trying to get online.
You know,
Just X out of that page. Okay, that's
Can you give me the link? Save.
find a job.
I got that far.
Okay, all right.
Want to try it?
You can just try it.
Because it is time to get a job. Any job, here's what's available. Click a listing to apply. Restaurant server, warehouse worker, or temp. 2.13 la hora. 9 o 9.
A las 12.
Pero este variable. Este variable. Este era nomás porque variable y el otro era.
Is that what we're
Yeah. This position requires short type scores as based on both speed and long.
No es a ti.
On your iPhone, you have
Make $150.
Where you sell it?
I like the bot, like,
Hide the evidence.
Everyone is pitching
So what?
Get it, Chad. Oh my God, I'm gonna die soon.
A lot of nice things had treatment. Más bonita.
Yeah, but it's poder
Does it have a car?
So he steals our stuff.
Don't tell me.
Alright, guys. People. Okay. So, we're gonna ask you a couple of questions about the game. First question: what impacted your choices while playing?
Well, I didn't want to give my money to anyone, so when my coworker was having a heart attack or something, I just ignored him. So I think it was more of a selfishness that impacted it. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Maybe to add on that you don't want to feel selfish with the decisions you make, but you feel like if you're not, then you're putting yourself in a position you can't get out of. So making a decision is very tough.
Alright. Were the choices you made in the game realistic? Like, would you actually make them in real life if you were in this situation?
Well, we opted out of some payments, which is kind of illegal. Probably not, but,
I mean, we don't know because we're not in that situation. So, like, I don't really know what I would do in that situation, you know? Like,
That's kind of what the game is about, to see, like, how it would be like if you're in this situation. What did you guys like and dislike about the game?
I like that you could buy ice cream.
I think the only suggestion for the game would be, I mean, it's impossible, but the thing is that this game gives you like 2 or 3 choices, while depending on who you are or where you're living, you have a variety of choices you can make, maybe some job opportunities, having more friends, or maybe you don't have enough like friends who can help, so like it balances out differently per person.
What were some challenges you guys had while you were playing the game?
for us, well, in the game, we crashed into another car. And we all said to drive away because we didn't have the money, but then he was like, let's pay the guy, but then we didn't have the money, so like we didn't have a choice really.
You really don't know what you're gonna have next, right?
We ran out of money on day 16, but I thought it was like a month has passed. And it was like 60 days.
After participating in the simulation, you can see that many people face challenges and obstacles which can sometimes lead to homelessness or falling into poverty. Even though we can't stop homelessness or keep people from falling into poverty, we can make small changes in our own community. This spring, we will begin a clothing drive which we will donate to the Horizon Science Academy in the Night Street.
The Horizon Science Academy is a charter school in Lorain, an economically depressed area 45 minutes away from Cleveland, Ohio. And 81% of the students who attend that school are eligible for free lunch every day. Many of the families struggle to pay the yearly enrollment fee and also struggle with buying uniforms. And some of the kids only have one shirt, so they wear the same shirt. Debbie Durda is a permanent substitute at the school, and she runs this store where kids can spend Horizon dollars, and these kids earn Horizon dollars from completing their work, doing good for others, and completing school projects. And then once a month, students in grades kindergarten through 5th grade can spend their dollars at the store on like toys for clothes or like school supplies. and about half of the students there buy toys and the other half buy things they need like clothes or shoes. Prices can vary from like $1 to $400. Once, a 5th grader bought a bike from the store. That was the first time he ever owned one, and then another time there was a 2nd grader that was able to buy a pair of shoes. She was so happy that she cried. Another time, a 3rd grader was able to buy a coat that he needed badly. He was really proud of it and couldn't wait to go home and show his mom. We chose to donate to Horizon Science Academy because we think the store is a great idea and it allows children in and out of poverty to buy things they need without having to actually pay for them.
We're also donating to the Night Ministry, which is a shelter that shelters people up to age 24. We chose to donate to the Night Ministry because they're one of the only shelters in Chicago that accepts clothing donations. And they shelter both teens and adults, and we feel that the clothes we donate there will both help teens and adults.
In addition to collecting donations, we are also collecting petitions to send out to our state governor, Patrick Quinn, to restore funding for government programs like soup kitchens, homeless shelters, other government-funded organizations. In Illinois, Governor Pat Quinn recently signed the Homeless Bill of Rights, and we're the 2nd state to do so. The Homeless Bill of Rights protects homeless people from discrimination by creating a list of basic rights. These include the right to keep one's job, access to emergency medical care, access to public spaces and transit systems, and privacy for personal property records information, and the right to vote on the same basis as other people.
Remember the multiple choice questions we asked you at the beginning? We're going to ask them again to see if your answers changed.
So what do you think homelessness is? A, homelessness is when you live on the street. B, homelessness is when you don't have a mailing address. C, homelessness is when you can't afford a car. Or D, homelessness is when you're single and don't have a job. The correct answers were A and B.
The second question is, what do you think the main causes of homelessness are? A, job loss and lack of affordable housing. B, lack of education. C, substance abuse and mental illness. Or D, all of the above. The correct answer was D.
What do you think the minimum wage per hour is in Illinois? A, $15.10 an hour. B, $10.25 an hour. C, $8.25 an hour. Or D, $4.50 an hour. The correct answer was C.
Okay, for the question, where do you think people go when they're homeless? Answer A, they stay at their friends or family members' house. Answer B, they stay on the street. Answer C, they stay in shelters. Or answer D, all of the above. The correct answer was D.
Our presentation was cut a little short because we didn't have enough time. We had a lot more information, but we had to cut it short. And so we hope you learn more about the issue of homelessness when you play the game and poverty. And we hope you think about it and let everyone know about how hard it is since you played the game. And we hope you guys can help fight poverty and homelessness.
Do you guys have any questions?
If not, I guess we can finish next one. Yeah, so if you guys didn't understand, you can start over or you can finish.